Hello, my name is Dr. G. Lawrence Farmer from Fordham University. I, along with Julie Henley from the University of Chicago, are co-presidents of GADE. I want to thank you for taking the opportunity to listen as we announce 3 awards for 2022. In a minute, I will turn it over to Professor Ann Wilford, the chair of our awards committee, to share a little more about each award and the outstanding awardees. Before I do that, let me say a few things about GADE. GADE is the group for the advancement of doctoral education and social work. We are a membership organization made up of over 80 doctoral programs, both PhD and DSW, across the United States and internationally. Our mission is to promote excellence in doctoral education and social work. We try to realize this mission in 4 areas. 1, by providing support and networking opportunities to doctoral program directors. 2, through the dissemination of a wide range of resources to both doctoral program, PhD, DSW faculty, and PhD, DSW students, and prospective students. 3, we try to represent the interests and concerns of doctoral programs within the larger social work education and research community. And finally, we try to achieve our mission by sponsoring awards like the one you will hear about here to recognize excellence in the mentoring of doctoral students and the scholarship carried out by our doctoral students. We hope that you will join our sessions we have here at SSWR and CSWE and visit our website. You'll find our website resources. On our website, you will find resources that we have posted, information about events that we have planned throughout the year. Our website is GADE socialwork.org. So gadesocialwork.org is our website. In the 2021 and 2022 academic school year, we are especially committed to supporting programs in their efforts to center anti-racism and anti-oppressive pedagogy in their programs. We are building on the work we started last year and hope to engage members of our community in reflective examinations and actions within doctoral education and social work. In our efforts to expand the inclusiveness of our programs in a manner that promotes the success of all of our doctoral students. Now I'd like to turn it over to Ann to tell you more about our awards.
Hello, my name is Ann Williford, and I'm serving as this year's chair of GADE's Awards Committee. It is my distinct honor to introduce this year's awardees. First, I am very pleased to announce that this year's awardee for the Donna Harrington Award for Excellence in Mentoring of Doctoral Students is Dr. Phyllis Solomon, Professor, Associate Dean for Research, and the Kenneth L. Prey Chair in Social Policy and Practice at the University of Pennsylvania's School of Social Policy and Practice. Named after Donna Harrington, a leader in doctoral education known for especially being an exemplary mentor to doctoral students, this award is given to a faculty member who has a track record of extraordinary and sustained commitment to mentoring doctoral students, a demonstrated record of mentoring success, a commitment to creating an environment supportive and inclusive of diverse doctoral students, and innovation in mentoring. Dr. Solomon is most deserving of this award, given her extraordinary contributions to training social work PhD and DSW students during her accomplished academic career that spans almost 3 decades. According to her nomination letter, She has served on 47 completed dissertation committees, including 25 PhD students and 22 DSW students. She chaired 15 and 22 of those PhD and DSW committees, respectively. Dr. Solomon has always worked closely with students to conceptualize and translate their research ideas into viable research studies and to guide them through the investigative process. Among her mentees, she is highly praised for her unparalleled work ethic and commitment to mentoring students, not on what to do, but on how to do scientifically meaningful and rigorous research. By doing so, quoting one of her mentees, you start to internalize these ways of thinking in academic writing so that you can do it on your own without Phyllis, which is the most ideal training you can get from a mentor. We congratulate Dr. Solomon on the most warranted honor and thank her for her extraordinary commitment to mentoring PhD and DSW students.
Hello, my name is Phyllis Solomon, and I'm the Kenneth Prey Chair in Social Policy and Practice, Professor of Social Work, and Associate Dean for Research in the School of Social Policy and Practice at the University of Pennsylvania. I want to thank GADE for awarding me this prestigious honor, and I would also like to thank my nominators for this award, all three of whom were my prior mentees, and I now count them as my friends and colleagues. Mary Kavanaugh, Dean of Silverman School of Social Work at Hunter College. Anau Zhang, Assistant Professor at University of Michigan, and Ryan Petros, Assistant Professor, School of Social Work, University of Washington. Mentoring is extremely important to me in order to ensure that there are well-trained researchers in social work to contribute new knowledge to the profession, and so the profession can assume its rightful place in the scientific arena. Having been mentoring doctoral students for over 25 years, my advice to those mentoring students is that it's really not very different from working with clients. You need to figure out students' strengths and goals and then collaboratively develop a plan to achieve their objectives. You need to offer clear, direct critiques where they can figure out their own direction. I find mentoring fun, highly rewarding, and most of all, I gain as much from students as I hope they gain from me. New knowledge, new and enduring friends and colleagues. Thank you again for this recognition.
I am pleased to announce that this year's awardee for the 2022 GADE Student Award for Social Work Research is Dr. Bernadine Waller, who is a T32 NIMH postdoctoral research fellow in the psychiatry department at Columbia University and a graduate of the School of Social Work at Adelphi University. For her co-authored paper entitled Correlates of Depression Among Black Girls Exposed to Violence. The GADE Student Award for Social Work Research is given to a doctoral student or a collaborative group of students whose published or in-press scholarship advances scientific inquiry in social work or social welfare. The Student Award for Social Work Research seeks to encourage and recognize rigorous scholarly work that clearly contributes to justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion, and demonstrates potential to impact social work practice, policy, or research. Dr. Waller's article published in the Journal of Racial and Ethnic Health Disparities is an outstanding example of rigorous science that significantly advances equity and justice and social work practice. By infusing a personal agency framework, the novel approach to this study frames a historically marginalized and under-resourced population via a strengths-based perspective. Oftentimes, particularly Black girls in detention with histories of trauma are examined using a deficit lens. Dr. Waller's work intentionally challenges this deficit framing. Rather, this study highlights ways in which depression-related risk among female identifying Black youth can be reduced via strength-based prevention and intervention strategies that promote healing within their social support networks. Dr. Waller is most deserving of this recognition, and we congratulate her on this important work.
Thank you to GADE, co-presidents Farmer and Wilford, and to the entire subcommittee who invested your time to pore over all of these outstanding applications. I would also like to appreciate and acknowledge my co-authors, Drs. Camille Quinn and Dante Boyd of The Ohio State University. Your support and encouragement challenged me throughout this entire process. I would also like to appreciate Dean Dexter Voisin of the University of Toronto. Your kindness buoyed me. And a very special thank you goes to Dr. Ralph D. Clementi, who, in spite of being displaced as a result of the hurricanes that ripped through your home at the beginning of the semester, still managed to invest your time to write a letter of support. I appreciate you for that. I would also like to share a bit of advice that was shared with me when I first began my doctoral journey. And this was from one of my many mentors, Dr. Philip Rosario of Adelphi University School of Social Work. Dr. Rosario said to me, Bernadine, mentoring should not be monogamous. You will never have a mentor who has everything that you need. And you know what? He was 100% correct. And I have governed my entire career and doctoral journey based on those nuggets of wisdom. I would also like to share to mentors, you are absolutely amazing. The time, the energy, the talents that you invest and pour into your proteges, your mentees, your advisees is not going unacknowledged. We are because of you. And if your mentee surpasses you, then you know what? You did this thing called mentoring 100% correct, because we stand on the shoulders of your greatness. And so by and large, we should surpass you. And last, but very much not least, a very special thank you to my family, to my doctoral colleagues at Adelphi University School of Social Work, and to my current colleagues now at Columbia University. You are absolutely amazing. Continue to go out and release your brilliance. And also a special thank you to my family, to Dr. Mom. I thank you and appreciate you for encouraging me, supporting me, and praying with me throughout this entire process. You are and have been absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Henley, and I am co-president of GADE this year with Larry Farmer. I have the pleasure of presenting an award based on a new GADE initiative that encourages cross-institutional collaboration among doctoral students. This new initiative provides the awardees with a grant of $2,500 to conduct work that aims to engage students across universities around a particular topic that they develop. The emphasis of the initiative is to find space and opportunity for students to provide leadership and serve as catalysts for discussion and change within doctoral education in social work. The genesis of this award stems from the amazing work to address racism and exclusion that was carried out by 4 of our doctoral students in 2020-2021. These students, Kimberly Bonds-Grosher, Alicia Mendez, Maxine Taylor, and Darrell Washington, developed and led a 4-part series on anti-racist pedagogy in our social work doctoral programs that included innovative dialogue within and across student and faculty groups. One of the recommendations in their final report from this work is for GADE to create more opportunities for student engagement and voice in our organization. This next award is a funding mechanism that attempts to do just that, and it's one of several student-focused initiatives that GADE has recently undertaken. So without further ado, let me announce the winners of the inaugural GADE Initiative for Cross-Institutional Student Collaboration. This is a project that involves 3 student leaders: Tanzilya Oren, who's a PhD candidate at Fordham University's Graduate School of Social Service; Agnes Sumena Kahua Foda, second-year PhD student in the College of Social Work at the University of South Carolina, and Mariam Rafiafar, PhD candidate in social welfare at Robert Stempel College of Public Health and Social Work at Florida International University. So let me turn it over to them to talk a little bit about their plans and the project that they have proposed. Thank you.
Hi, yes. My name is Tanzilya Oren. I'm currently at the final stage of my PhD studies at the Fordham University Graduate School of Social Service. Here I speak on behalf of our team, my two friends and colleagues, Agnes Zomene Kuafoda, a PhD student at the University of South Carolina, and Mariam Rafi Far, a PhD candidate at the Florida International University. And of course, on behalf of our respective directors of doctoral programs at Fordham, USC, and FIU. First things first, our team and I would like to thank GADE and the GADE Award Committee members for selecting our initiative. We dedicate our project to the needs of students from migrant backgrounds in social work doctoral education. All three of us hail from outside this country. Agnes, Mariam, and I are from Cameroon, Iran, and Uzbekistan. Though we come here from different cultures and places, we have bonded over our shared challenges and frustrations and also our achievements during our sometimes bumpy but rewarding PhD journeys in the United States. Beside the known PhD challenges, we have to deal with the English language being our second or third or fourth language, with a foreign academic culture and the new societal systems where we encounter new forms of xenophobia, racism, and classism. Though we believe in the ultimate goal of well-being and liberation for all, in getting rid of all borders and boundaries based on artificial immigrant statuses and other constructed categories, we plan to use our new location and assign identities as migrants to unite refugee, immigrant, asylum-seeking, undocumented, and international doctoral students in this initiative. We want to examine our needs and suggest solutions, and also just support each other across schools. We also plan to encourage and prepare potential doctoral candidates from immigrant communities for this demanding career path. And thank you so much for your support.
Hello again. So in closing, let me give my heartfelt congratulations to all of our awardees. You are all very well deserved, and it's just been a pleasure to provide these awards this year. I'd like to thank the nominees for their engagement in the awards process and for sharing a really robust pool of exceptional candidates with the GADE Awards Committee. Thanks also to the GADE Awards Committee and to the board for reviewing nominations during an especially busy time of the year. And finally, I encourage all of you to consider nominating yourselves or a colleague or a mentor for one of the awards next year. And to students, please consider submitting a proposal for the Cross-Institutional Collaboration Grant during next year's cycle. So until we see you again, thank you for tuning in, and cheers.